online at Ant, hang out online at Ant, so Jordan doesn't lose his mind. Hang out at Ant, hang out online at Ant, so get some quality Jesus time.
Hey everybody at Online at Ant. We miss you so much at Monticello Christian Church, and we understand that this time we're having in lockdown is kind of a hard time. So I got special guests for us here, co-hosts for this special edition of Online at Ant. Coming to us live are a group of our seniors, 4 outstanding kids who maybe have the most to lose from this quarantine as far as our students do. They're missing out on their prom, they're missing out on their graduation, and just that final wrapping up of their senior year. It's really gotta be a tough strain on those students. But we're gonna speak to them in a minute, and you're gonna see that they're not sad, they're not crying, they're not complaining. Instead, they are setting an example that we ourselves can learn from. When I think about them, I think about the verse in 1 Timothy 4:12 that says this: "Don't let anyone think less of you because you are young, but be an example to all believers in what you say, in the way that you live, in your love, in your faith, and in your purity." So without further ado, let's get to see those seniors. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. We are being joined by 4 of our amazing seniors at Monticello Christian Church. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourselves, first let's start with Tegan. Tegan, will you say hello and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tegan. I'm a senior.
Cool. We're also joined by Andrew Ellison. Hi, Andrew.
Yep. Hey, I'm Andrew.
We're joined by Liv Silver. Hi, Olivia. And we are joined by Nick Wassam. How are you doing, Nicholas?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey. Hey, so first let's talk about the elephant in the room. You guys' world has been turned upside down right now. Everything you were expecting, everything you're looking forward to finally finish what you've been working towards for 12 years, the celebrations, the parties, the friendships, maybe even the driving momentum behind your work ethic, has all been canceled or put on hold. And that seems so terribly unfair. It's so harsh. It's so tragic. So the first 2 questions we have are about that. Think back to that first little bit of the lockdown and describe maybe your initial feelings about school abruptly being put on hold. How did that feel for you guys?
I can go. On the day of spring, the last day we had before spring break, my math teacher was kind of like joking around saying that we all needed to get on classroom because we might not have school. And we all kind of just like laughed at her, like thinking she's crazy. And then a few days later, I find out that we actually don't have school. So it's kind of like just a shock to me, especially how long this has lasted. Like, I didn't think that day of spring break would be our last day of high school. So it's just, I don't know. I'm sad, but I've kind of adapted to it, as bad as that sounds.
I was kind of like excited at first, and because it was like a break, I was okay with it. Then I realized it was kind of a serious issue, and I then started thinking about prom and graduation. I'm started feeling sad, and I'm missing out, and I'm still feeling bummed about that.
Oh, for sure. How did you boys feel about the lockdown mandate? Like, as you discovered you'd probably never walk the halls of seniors again, that you'd miss prom and graduation, did that kind of come as a shock to you?
Yeah, it came as a shock. It was unexpected, but I got why. Like, it made sense why it all happened.
Sure.
Yeah, especially like coming from, I had a sport to play this spring, which I was getting excited for. I know I think some other people did with track and softball and stuff. But that's really, I really was more upset about that than anything, than like prom or graduation. But yeah.
You worked really hard for your like senior send-offs and all the.
Yeah.
Such a bummer. So the next 3 questions then are about dealing with things in the present. How have you been able to deal with and work through all of these current situations and emotions?
For me, like, I was pretty bummed out about prom, but me and my friends still found a way to like enjoy it. So like we still got all dressed up and went and took pictures. I still got pictures with my family, and so I think that helped a lot. Just like finding ways to make you happy about the things you missed out on really helps.
Okay.
Even like with graduation being canceled, like we still got our cap and gowns, and at that pickup at school, we all got to see each other, and that was nice. So
Yeah, like I think we're still having like some sort of graduation. It might not be like, what we really wanted, but it's still something. So that was nice for them to at least put something on for us.
Yeah.
yeah.
Boys, do you guys do you have any feelings about how you've been able to deal with your emotions during this time? You might not have the same kind of emotions as the girls, but Nick, what are you thinking?
Definitely families like helped out with it. Just being around each other, but now we need a break.
Yeah, well, I understand that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're 2 months into this quarantine, and knowing what we know now, what are your biggest concerns now? Like as of Wednesday, May 6th, what are you still worried about? Still concerned about with school or the virus or your summer or just whatever?
I'm kind of worried about like the unknown, like when we'll be able to go back to like reality or what even normal will really look like. But yeah, I'm kind of concerned about what school for next fall will be like, and just enjoying summer. And we always enjoy, my family and I, going on vacation. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's hard to miss out on stuff like that. Tegan?
Yeah, I've kind of been thinking about like, the kids who, they kind of rely on school lunches, which they lunch pickup, which is good. But like the people who have domestic violence in their household and how they have to be stuck with that family, like they're basically stuck with them. I don't know. I've just kind of been overthinking about that, like wishing I could do something. But also, yeah, like Olivia said, like with school next fall, like we don't know if this will still be going on or anything. So it's kind of, you don't really know what's gonna happen, and I like knowing things. So
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. For me,
I'm
I'm
hoping
in like a
June
different-
1st.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm in like a different situation than you guys for fall school, because they've already decided that I'm going like at the end of June no matter what, or unless like their state gets closed, which would be New York. If New York stays closed, then I won't go, obviously. But so having that certainty hasn't really been like a stressor for me. But honestly, it might seem small, but I still need to write my graduation speech. And since that got pushed up to the 17th, I have like not as much time anymore. So that's what's stressing me out right now.
Oh, sure.
No.
So, are you like salutatorian or valedictorian or something?
It was like son and daughter of the American Republic or something close to that.
Yeah.
And it was Sammy and I, Samantha Zocker and I have to speak at graduation. And that'll still happen some way. I don't know if it's going to be like
Yeah,
they're
they
going to
said the
video
live.
us, or I don't know.
Oh. They're going to live stream it, Tegan?
Yeah, they in the email it said they're still gonna live stream so people can watch. So yeah.
That was kind of cool though, I guess.
Yeah.
So the virus hasn't really been like on the front of your mind. Have you been concerned about it at all? Like you personally, how it could affect you or family
Well-
or anything like that?
Well, seeing the way it's affected people is just kind of like mind-boggling to me. Like, for example, this will be a quick story. I was at County Market the other day, and you know how like they have like boxed movies
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you can like stuff. I was wearing my mask and I was going to return them, and I was about like past like behind the lottery machines, like a distance away from the lady who was getting movies, and I was kind of like looking around, and I noticed she wasn't like moving. And so I look at her, and she was just staring at me, and she looks at me dead in the eyes and is like, I want to see my grandkids live. Can you please scoot back 6 feet? And I was just like, I didn't say anything. I like almost cried because I don't get yelled at ever. So I don't know, just seeing how like differently it's affected people is just kind of like, sometimes like most people are like happier, and then there's other people who are just like super paranoid and take it out on. So yeah, that was not
Yeah,
fun.
like we went to Prairie Gardens not too long ago, and like, someone coughed, and you can't help but think like, oh no, like, yeah, but I don't know. It was kind of freaky, but it's whatever.
It's like,
That's just what's going on right now.
Is this allergies or is this the virus, right?
I know, yeah.
Well, I
think
at
it's allergies.
Yeah, I was at Target like 2 days in a row, and then it just got like released on the news that a person at Target has COVID. And I was like, uh-oh. So.
Oh no, in Champaign?
Yeah, a worker got diagnosed. You have to be careful.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So if you guys have, you have those concerns, what are you most upset to miss out on? What do you think the biggest thing you're just like, man, I'm going to miss this summer? Like for me, I'm having a hard time. My spring really gets started with Cardinals baseball. Like sometimes I even start missing out on it. Like I'm listening to like last year's games, or I start to listen to like spring training on the radio, and we should be like in now.
Yeah.
So that was really bumming me. What are you most upset to miss out on, I guess? Nick, you want to go?
Probably the summer. Yeah, I was supposed to go on vacation, and I think it got pushed back, and we might not even go.
Yeah. Did you know where you were going?
We were gonna go to Missouri. It was a family reunion, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to go to Las Vegas in July and then go to Utah. So my dad hasn't canceled it yet, but I'm kind of thinking that we're gonna push it back bad. But
that stinks. Las Vegas sounds like fun.
Yeah,
I've never been.
Probably not a very good place considering there's a virus going around. But
yeah,
I hope he doesn't.
It might be hot enough to kill it out there. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's true. Plus, in Utah, there's a bunch of parks that we go to and just walk around. Like, it's nice that they open Allerton back up here, because I go on walks all the time now because I have nothing else to do.
Yeah, I'm glad about that too. I think it's not really this summer, but I'm missing out on my teachers. Like, I wanted to say goodbye to all of my teachers and
Mr. Webb.
Yes, yeah.
I know.
And I liked Miss Howard. She was really nice and helped me during the school year. So yeah, it stinks.
Have you guys talked to any teachers to discuss, or I guess not teachers, but have you talked to how you're going to do your graduation parties?
Well,
I
was planning on having a large one. It was with like 7 or 8 of my friends, and that was going to be at Allerton. But since they canceled like all events at Allerton until whenever, like we just had to cancel ours. So I just sent out like the announcements with like what would have been my invitation, but then put like a little paragraph that we weren't getting together because I don't think we're going to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
I think my mom wants to still do like a little family thing, like later, like maybe like late June or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of just depends like what happens June 1st.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to do something with my family and friends, but we're leaning more towards like the middle of summer. So hopefully.
My mom said
crossing fingers.
We're gonna do a going away like party instead of graduation.
Hey, that's okay.
Oh, that's fun.
It's good. I mean, people want to support you. They want to, give you a couple bucks to help you on your journey and stuff. I remember, you get like $1,000 sometimes from a party.
Rolling the money at graduation.
Yeah, I got some letters in the mail just from family members, so that was nice to receive during this time.
Oh yeah, well, good.
I also think our community has done a really good job like honoring us, like at First State Bank, like with our names on the and then on the fence, all our names. I don't know, it just makes me feel good to know that they care. So
yeah,
we haven't really gotten this like attention like any seniors have, so it's kind of special.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, I think people really rallying around you because we remember how important it was for each of us, and it's just like you guys are going to have the most memorable like senior year ever, right? This is not going to
Yes.
hopefully that
For
happens
sure.
for a very long time. But
Mhm.
at the same time, that is just such a drag. So how are you guys doing sharing spaces with mom and dad? Tegan, I think
Yeah.
I can tell a little bit about.
I'm here right now. If that says anything.
Tegan's at the park because she's like, man, I need to get out of the house. How have you been doing? Like, what are some escapes that you have? What are some ways that you've been making it work, cohabitating with your parents?
So within like the first week of like quarantine, we redid like 2 rooms in our house. So my parents were pretty busy painting, so we were kind of kept away. But then like, if I need a break from my siblings, it helps that I have a license, so I can just go. But I'll just like go on a hike, or I'll meet up with friends at like a park and just sit and talk, or go cruising a lot. Wasted a lot of gas doing that.
Hey, it's
And then
gas is so cheap, right?
Yes, it's like $20 for a whole tank. Yeah, I've just been enjoying nature, really. And then like on the days that it's like 85, which is like once a week, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really nice to just go outside. And my friend has a pool, so I just go to her pool and it's nice. But
What are you doing?
yeah, I mean, my family, we've been getting along good. It's just like we just kind of get sick of each other. So we're like, okay, I'm gonna go. But yeah, it's also definitely brought us closer together, like family dinners every night and stuff.
Mhm.
So that's
yeah.
a unique thing. How's that dynamic, changed for any of you guys? You guys spending more time with your family now than before, you think?
Well,
For
I've
sure.
always wanted to I always missed, I felt like I was always busy doing homework or stuff when, before all this, but now, and I missed my family, hanging out with them, and now I got a chance to, so it's kind of nice, but sometimes, I need a little break, but it's fun to have them.
Yeah.
Especially Chloe, gives me something to do, hang out with my sister.
Yeah, good. You guys, Nick and Andrew, you guys have younger siblings. How does that feel?
Got to keep control of them. Sometimes they get out of hand.
It can get a little crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, especially with me leaving at the very end of June, it's been nice to have a little bit more family time. Especially because when school is happening, we never get that because either I'm busy or Aaliyah's busy. It's usually me, but so it's been nice to get to see everybody. But I think we're all ready to get out of the house now. So
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you're so focused on it, and now that you don't have to deal with it, it's kind of like a relief, or maybe it's just like that was a waste, or that didn't matter.
School.
I feel
probably.
like school, yeah. School.
Yeah.
Because now we're like one more week.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely school. Which doesn't make us sound very good, but
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you think you kind of took for granted? What seemed inconsequential before that now seems to be quite important? Is there anything like that in your lives?
I would say face-to-face interaction.
yes.
Just missing, because I've stayed in touch with my friends through Zoom or FaceTime or just texting or whatever. But getting to talk to people face to face is even a whole different thing. So I think that's something that we kind of took for granted.
Yeah. You definitely find out who your true friends are during this because the ones who actually make an effort to talk to you. That's been an eye opener for me. Also just people smiling at you. I think I took for granted. I feel like so many people are making an effort to just look at you and smile now. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I don't, even if I go to the post office, they all just smile. I was like, oh. But
yeah.
How has your relationship with God helped you during this time? And has it changed, or have you relied on it more or less, or have you seen growth? Just kind of talk about maybe your relationship with God right now a little bit.
Well, I've always gone to God, but especially during this time, when I feel anxious, I always pray, and leaves me with a sense of peace. So, and we've been doing family prayers every night, so yeah, it's been kind of nice doing that, all of us.
Oh yeah.
I feel like there's definitely been like a period of growth, just specifically because for some of us, this has been like the first situation that we've been in where there's been like honestly nothing we can do, which is just it's kind of crazy to think about how now we're being forced to like put our trust in something for the maybe for the first time, but maybe put our trust in something that's not ourselves or the people around us. So
for me, it's been like knowing everything's gonna be okay, like not to get too worried or anything like that. I've definitely like grown a lot with it and all this.
I kind of notice like the friends I have that aren't very religious are kind of like freaking out, but I kind of have just like this unexplainable peace about it. But just kind of knowing everything's gonna be okay. So it's nice. Praying helps a lot too.
Sure. Well, you guys have obviously had to grow. You had to grow as people. You've had to grow as a group. You've had to grow with your family. You've had to grow. You just kind of had to grow up pretty quick. You didn't get to just keep being kids for a while. You just kind of had to make a growth just kind of sort of happen, overnight. How do you think that's going to prepare you for the future? Or do you think is this going to be an experience that stays with you think?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This whole experience just kind of forced me to step up, even like in my family and school, like everything, which I think is like the perfect time before college. Because I mean, college, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of self-reliance in college. You have to, I know you guys, it's a very academic school that you're a part of, and it's very rigorous, but in college, you kind of have the option, do I have to go to class? Maybe this professor says I don't. Do I have to do my homework? No, it's just the tests that are graded, And so having to work a little remotely might be a good thing. Sure. That's awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for being a part of everything. We're so happy to have you guys represent Monticello Christian Church. We look and we see you, and we're very, very proud. We're praying for you. We miss you. Let's go ahead and finish tonight with a prayer, okay? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for our students. Lord, we thank you for these seniors and the leadership that they're showing, for their strength under fire, for their courage, Lord. I know that each of them has a unique path laid ahead of them. Some are some are set in stone, and others might not be as well. And so we just pray that you're with them during this time when things could be up in the air or shaky. We ask for your blessing in their lives. Lord, help them to remain close to you, even as they leave their parents' homes, or if they go off to another city or even state. Just continue to bless them. It's in Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks for being with us today, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us, seniors. Thanks for being with us online at AMP Crew. You stay cool, all you little cats and kittens. We'll see you later.